Wow. Oh my days, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely wow. Isak, ladies and gentlemen, Alexander Isak. Wow. This guy definitely is an absolute gunman in the Premier League. I mean, I don't know if you guys have just witnessed the particular demolition that Newcastle gave Spurs. Newcastle winning 4-0 at St. James's Park at their home ground. And Isak single handedly, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely annihilated Spurs left, right, and center. Look, a lot of the Chelsea fans, they're going mad at the moment. You can see it all over social media. You can see it all over Twitter that Chelsea fans absolutely want this player to be at Chelsea. To be one of the players listed in the short list of strikers. There's quite a few names out there. Osimhen's out there. Gyökeres is out there. Obviously, Isak's name's getting floated around. Now, I don't know whether there is any links to this particular, but you can tell that us Chelsea fans, even myself, of course, I would love to see Isak at Chelsea Football Club. But ladies and gentlemen, I have to be honest. Why would he come to Chelsea? Honestly, why would this guy come to Chelsea? I think he's already on 120,000 per week wages. So that's what I saw online. We've got a cap of about 150,000. I think that is the notion that's getting thrown around unless we change that policy, we change that model. I've got a video later on talking about the financial fair play stuff, which is going to be interesting. Lots of news about that. But why would Isak come to Chelsea Football Club? We're not going to get Europe. Looks like Newcastle, who were in touching distance from us, literally touching distance from us, now moving into sixth position, just above Man United, who've got a game against Bournemouth later on. Isak will potentially have some level of Europe with Newcastle next season, whether it's Europa League, whether it's Conference League. I know there's a few more games to go, but if this player, and I think this is the biggest factor, if he stays fit, Newcastle are going to win more games. Newcastle seriously going to win more games. So we potentially can't be giving him the wages that he probably desires. We're not going to be able to give him Europe. And of course, in terms of transfer fee, how much is Newcastle going to charge? I think we may have a good relationship with Newcastle. Obviously, Lewis Hall went over there. Some people have been telling me that, them being owned by Saudis, we've got good connections with Saudis, but I can't see it happening. Honestly, I can't see how Isak leaves Newcastle Football Club to join us, who are struggling in the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th position. So, ladies and gentlemen, look, I mean, if the rumors do come around, I think that'll be fantastic, but I wouldn't hold my breath. And Isak he's the type of striker that we need. That's the kind of caliber that we require up front. Isak, devastating 1v1. Absolutely devastating 1v1. I mean, it's naive from Spurs to continuously play this high line, which I get it. That's Ange Postecoglou's philosophy. That's how they've built the success around this season. They're still in Champions League position at the moment. So unless, obviously, Aston Villa does some madness against Arsenal. The high line is dangerous against a player like Isak, who's got pace, abundance of it. And on top of that, it's not just the pace, because Timo Werner on the other side for Spurs have a lot of pace, but Timo Werner could not finish his dinner, let alone finishing, goals to help Spurs out. And this is the key attribute. If you have a striker that is able to be lethal and ruthless, honestly, it'll go a long way. Because Spurs actually had proper chances falling into Timo Werner's lap, but he just couldn't finish it. Two really, really good chances for Timo Werner before Newcastle actually started this, route of Spurs. They scored one, they scored another one back to back, but before that, Timo Werner had two proper chances, couldn't take it. And someone like Isak, with all that pace, all that technicality, all that ability to dribble, cutting in, putting Mickey van der Ven on his backside and then slotting in a nice shot. That was his first goal. Second goal, staying on side, because the high line, it's literally on your half. Isak doesn't need to do anything. Isak just stayed on his half, waited for the pass, and you can't be offside if you're in front of the player, if you're in your half. And after that, it's baby. Do you know what I mean? Like 1v1, Isak does the rest, and he scores the second goal at that time. 3-0 up Newcastle. I mean, as I said, this is the exact type of a striker that we need. Ruthless finisher, abundance of technicality. Like Nicholas Jackson's got pace, but he don't have that same level of technicality like Isak does, and the finishing as well, which is a huge factor. Technicality to a certain degree, Nicholas Jackson has. He's able to dribble, but Nicholas Jackson's not a finisher. Isak, an unbelievable finisher. Unbelievable. The other striker that potentially comes in this vicinity is probably Gyökeres. I'm very impressed with Gyökeres of Sporting Lisbon, Sporting Club de Portugal. I think that's what they're known as. But his release clause is quite hefty. Obviously, as I said, Osimhen would be very, very dangerous for us as well. But I'm now slowly starting to lean towards the caliber of strikers in the likes of Isak and Gyökeres. I think they give us a lot more up front. Isak is capable of producing assists as well. It's not just about the goal scoring, which is absolutely important. Well, the biggest factor with Isak is, can he stay fit? And coming to Chelsea Football Club, if there is an opportunity, if there is ever a chance, we know our history. We know what we're doing with players that are currently injured. They just can't seem to come back from injury. Is that ideal for Isak as well? That's something that we need to think about. If Isak somehow manages to sort himself out from being injured, then yeah, fair enough. Throw the kitchen sink. Look, ladies and gentlemen, Newcastle themselves, I think, have financial fair play issues. So they may be open to selling some of their assets. I think Bruno Guimaraes is one of them as well. He's got a release clause who's going to trigger that. He was also fantastic in this game. So you best believe he's probably not going to stick around in Newcastle for too long. Someone's most likely going to trigger that. And Newcastle at that level where they're going to just sell off some of their prized assets to other Premier League rivals, I don't know. At this stage, you could potentially say that Newcastle, yeah, they are vying for one of the top positions, and so are we. So you can definitely say that them selling directly to us, that's selling, making your rival stronger, especially with the likes of Isak and those calibrated players. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know. I don't know whether this can happen, but if we are able to, somehow manage to make sure that our financial fair play is within check, get rid of some of the players to raise funds, why not? Why not knock on the door of Newcastle and just go, hey, we're looking for Isak? Because that's the level of striker that we need. That's the level of striker that Chelsea Football Club need, man. He's just a lethal weapon, absolutely lethal weapon. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about Isak. Totally single-handedly destroyed Spurs, and yeah, big victory for Newcastle, who are not in touching distance from us anymore. I think they've gone ahead. I know a lot of people will say, "Oh, but we've got the games in hand." Allow it, man. Allow it. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content, and let me know your thoughts about Isak. Till next time, everyone. Take care. See ya. Bye.